In this video, I'm going to be showing you an acrylic design set with some 3D nail art. So I've already applied my Pro Impressions Advanced Competition tips, cut and filed to my client's desired shape, applied CJP Acid Primer, and I'm now coming in with CJP Crystal Glass, just applying a thin base layer to all the nails. I am using my CJP Big Boy brush in this set, and I thought I'd leave it in real time just so you can see how fast I work and how fast I work with my acrylic and the 3D art as well. As you can see in this nail, my client does have a small bruise. This is alright to apply acrylic over. It's an old bruise. It's not painful or sore or anything like that. So this first nail is an ombre. So I come in with CJP Snow White, applying a bead at the tip, patting it into place slightly, and then while it's still wet and mouldable, I turn my brush round and fade it down the nail. I find that you really need to get that nice blending with the white, otherwise you can see a step between the pink and the white when you come to apply your cover pink. And I don't apply my cover pink straight away. I go on to other nails before I come back and apply my cover pink. This middle nail is a full nail of Snow White. So start off with quite a large bead at the tip, pushing and patting it into place, and then I will come in with my cuticle bead. Just make sure the bottom of the bead is nice and flush to your natural nail, so you've got no shadowing or lumpy acrylic. I then come in with my cuticle bead, applying it quite close to the cuticle, but then getting your brush right behind that bead and getting it nice and flush to your natural nail. For this nail, I then use a small bead of crystal glass to pick up some of the mirror shards that are from the glitter fairy. I think there's 4 in a stack, and they're really nice, really effective glitter, especially once it's all finished. Once the top coat's on, these shards look amazing. And when I'm applying my glitter, I do tend to do it in small beads so you can push and place the glitter exactly where you want it. I then come in and cap this whole nail in crystal glass. And the thumbnail is another ombre nail. I then come back to the little finger and apply a bead of peach sorbet at the cuticle. Again, getting your brush right behind that bead and dragging it up into the white. I did then go in with a little bit more peach sorbet just because I wasn't 100% happy with the blend. I then cap this whole blend in crystal glass. And then on this nail I'm going to do some encapsulated 3D nail art. I'm not great at it, but I will always have a go. So I've used my CJP number 2 brush, picked up a small bead of Snow White and placed it onto the nail. As you can see, I'm sort of making it into a C shape. Let that go slightly matte and then turn your brush round, always keeping your point in the centre of that petal and then pressing your sides out. I then come on to apply 2 more beads to create the outer shape of the flower. I always do 3 on these sort of flowers. It just sort of makes it look quite symmetrical. Then move into the centre of the flower and apply 2 more petals. I then apply the centre bead, and when you're doing this bead, because it's like the centre of the flower, I come in at a 90-degree angle with my brush. When it's turning slightly matte, poke a hole sort of in the middle of it and then press the edges down. And then for the leaves, I go in to Snow White and then straight into Apple Shine, just so it gives a bit more depth to the leaf. So then I move both of the edges of the bead into a point and then press them down and out to make that leaf shape. I then just keep using the point of my brush just to keep that shape. And then for this leaf, just because there wasn't a lot of space on the nail, I just picked up the really tiny beads. The same technique, just turning that bead into the sort of shape, getting it to a point with the very point of my brush. I then just wet this nail and all the petals and beads with some monomer, just so when I cap, it doesn't shadow or create any little pockets where the monomer isn't soaking up the powder, if you know what I mean. Just so it stays nice and clear and there's no little air pockets. And I did just apply a little bit of apple shine just in the centre of that bead, and then come in with crystal glass to cap that whole nail. Then move on to the filing. I did speed this up a bit just because it's the same filing technique on every nail. Starting at both side walls, really refining that shape and getting your free edge nice and flat and straight. Then coming round your side walls, debulking if necessary and just getting that nice slim shape. And then round your cuticle area, really tucking your file behind that cuticle application so it's nice and smooth, and then down the barrel of the nail with the file. And I don't know if you can tell with the angle that the camera's at, but I keep tilting the nails up. And when I do that, I'm looking down the barrel of the nail to see if there's any bulk on either side, because you just want it a nice smooth curve. If it's heavier on one side, then the nail will look unbalanced. It won't look nice and neat like you want. I did then apply some Swarovski crystals on the middle finger, but I forgot to record that bit. So I just come in with my CJP Tack Free Top Gloss, applying that to all the nails. And when you're doing it on the crystal nail, just make sure you go around the crystals rather than over them, because it will dull the shine and the shape of those crystals. I then cure in my LED lamp for 60 seconds. I then let that cool for a minute when it comes out of the lamp, and then come in with my Indigo Nails Perfume Oil Cuticle Oil. It smells absolutely amazing. Here's your finished look. Thank you for watching.